The first building, the YMCA, was actually a two-story building. And on the ground floor was 3 rooms that had a ping pong room, administrative office, and then a kind of open room for chess, checkers, whatever. When urban renewal came in the late 50s and early 60s, the Boston Redevelopment Authority told the YMCA that they would have to leave soon and that the city needed that space for future development considerations. So the Y, back in the mid-60s, went on a search to try to find a new location. And there was no land and the Y had no money to purchase to build. So a bubble, somebody came up with the idea of putting a temporary bubble that was it was one of these air-inflated bubbles of hard rubber, and that at least provided protection from the elements. Unfortunately, 3 bubbles later and 35 years later was the temporary solution until we finally was able to find this location here at the Don Bosco High School, came the Wang YMCA. And it was through a bunch of negotiations and a bunch of planning from community leaders that said, we'll get off the YMCA land on Tyler Street if we can move into a permanent facility. So after 35 years, that was the search to get a permanent facility. Everybody who went in there, it was heaven, because it was a place that they could call their own. They weren't going to be harassed, they could make friends, they could learn things, and it was convenient. And we try to keep that spirit and bring it over here. And some of it got lost because we went from 300 members to 3,000 members. We went from 95% Chinese Asian to now 60%. So we're over 100 years old and we happen to be located in Chinatown. So Chinatown is one of the older communities in Boston and primarily Chinese residents. So the YMCA tries to meet the unique needs of its particular community. And so we try to offer responsive and good services to meet the needs of the Chinese community. So in order to do that, sometimes we have to have bilingual Chinese speakers. We have to know the traditions and customs of the Chinese culture. And we try to be respectful of people who might be foreign-born, immigrant, and poor. Mostly everybody, 80 to 90% of people who grew up in the Chinese community have gone through the Y. So young people as well as young adults have had a chance to meet one another, and the Y has served as that vehicle to bring people together through play, through meeting, through dances, through social friendship and networks. The Wang family and his family foundation was the one who gave us our first $1 million to start up to build this place, and that's why this YMCA is named after the Wang family. The family's generous donation of $1 million was only 20% of the $5 million that it cost to actually build. So our board, our staff, the community, and the YMCA of Greater Boston, we had to pull everything together to try to raise funds to get that $5 million. We are very grateful for the community support that we have, and we feel very proud about being able to be part of youth development and community development in this area. We've since grown into a 43,000 square foot full facility, a full-size gym, full-size swimming pool, weight room, teen center, child care center, and locker rooms and showers, which we had none of them at the old bubble because it was such a limited facility. Today, it's wonderful to see youth, teens, adults, even the elderly march and voice their opinions and state their claims to have their rights to equal access to services and other types of benefits. Y is an opportunity and a second home to become the best that you could be. It is a diverse fellowship of friends that could last a lifetime, and it can help make you become the best person you thought you never could be. It could happen to you, it could happen to them, and it happened to me.